Getting your shit together is something easy to say but hard to pull off. It requires a lot of motivation and mental resilience. Nevertheless, it is something that needs to be done. Otherwise, we might live the rest of our lives stuck in dead-end jobs, procrastinate endlessly, and grow to be couch potatoes. It may be hard, but with the right guides you could pull through, and Sarah Knight has just the thing for you. Get Your Shit Together is a book by anti-guru Sarah Knight that aids us on the process of organizing the fucks that we need and want to give, and ignore the things that are not good for us, the things we shouldn't give a fuck about. Here are the top 7 lessons from Sarah Knight's Get Your Shit Together. Lesson 1. See what getting your shit together looks like. Getting your shit together doesn't mean filling your calendar with social events and to-do lists. Getting it all done while looking perfectly collected, and still managing to get dinner on the table on time each night. At the end of the day, these people merely look like they have their shit together, but they likely sacrifice their mental health in the process. Sarah Knight was just like that. One morning, Sarah woke up feeling unwell, but she decided to get her shit together and go to work still. Throughout her commute to work, she stifled her nausea until she reached the office bathroom and vomited in peace. She went back to her office to begin her work. She had her shit together, or so she thought. Suddenly, her vision blurred. Her arms became numb. After being wheeled out in a wheelchair, the nurse spent the next 3 hours ensuring Sarah that she was neither pregnant nor poisoned to calm her down. Yes, she really thought she might have been poisoned somehow. The nurse suggested that Sarah likely experienced a panic attack instead. It was at this moment that Sarah realized that just because you're doing a ton of stuff all day every day does not mean you have your shit together. It means you are a high-functioning human to-do list who is potentially on the verge of a total physical and mental collapse. Getting your shit together means managing your calendar and to-do list in a way that stuff that needs doing gets done, and that it doesn't make you go crazy. Sarah calls this winning at life. Lesson 2. Learn the process of getting your shit together. Now that you can imagine what getting your shit together looks like, it's time to find out what the process of getting your shit together and winning at life actually looks like. For the author, it was living in the tropics and working for herself. But for you, circumnavigating the world in a kayak, it could be getting a promotion, or just going 1 week without getting drowned by emails. The beauty is that anything is possible, and getting your shit together takes just 3 steps. 1. Strategize. Set a goal and make a plan according to that goal, in a series of small, manageable chunks. 2. Focus. Set aside time dedicated to complete each chunk. 3. Commit. Do what needs to be done to check off your chunks. Lesson 3. Beginning with the small shit. Breaking things up into manageable chunks is the best way to keep things ultra manageable for you. Therefore, the author suggests to start with the stuff you have to deal with regularly, like not getting distracted and being on time, and staying on top of your email. Once you can get the small stuff together, life becomes significantly easier. You can then begin managing the bigger stuff. You see, when people are looking to get their shit together, they often say excuses like, "I don't really know where to begin." Therefore, it's time to get rid of this lame excuse and begin by simply setting a goal. Lesson 4. Get your money shit together. Regardless of what your financial goal is, you'll need to use what you've learned so far about strategy, focus, and commitment to achieve some goals, like saving up enough money to start a business, getting out of debt, or purchasing your dream house. So if your bank account is at a critical level each month, then it's time for you to figure out why. Perhaps you're spending a bit too much. Think about your goal. Whether it's $100 a month or $100,000 towards your dream house, you can achieve it by being aware of your daily spending habits and chunking it into manageable chunks. Lesson 5. Win at life and win in your relationship. Winning in life also means winning in your relationship. So once you adopt a winning relationship mindset, you'll begin to change your perspective about the mundane tasks. For example, instead of dreading taking the stinky trash to the curb of your driveway, you can now think of this task as a way to earn more points in your competition. Try showing your partner you love them by doing the annoying tasks that nobody likes. If the both of you adopt a winning relationship mindset, you'll both be competing to show one another your love. Lesson 6. Get your professional shit together. Getting your professional shit together can look however you want. Remember that Sarah ended up quitting her job, moving to the Caribbean, and becoming a freelancer in order to get her shit together. Of course, you don't necessarily have to do something as drastic, unless you want to. Whatever it looks like for you is okay. Perhaps it's scoring that new promotion or getting a raise. Lesson 7. Keep your housekeeping shit together. Schedule a decluttering session. It doesn't have to be a life-changing purge of going through every item one by one, thanking it for its services, and handing bags of shit to your local Salvation Army. Instead, it should be just enough decluttering to keep you from getting embarrassed when your family, friends, or neighbors show up on your doorstep unexpectedly. Then begin strategizing by separating your cleaning chores into different categories. And you should commit yourself to complete at least 2 of these categories every other day. In conclusion, Get Your Shit Together is a pretty straightforward book that gives us just what we need. It helps us to manage anxiety, spend less and save more, and teaches us about the power of negative thinking. Do you have your shit together? Let us know in the comments section. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on my new content. You can also get a free copy of the audiobook by clicking the link in the description. Until next time.